Hello. So it is time for week 5 of OFC Season 11. This week we're up against Kurse, who is currently 2-2. We are 3-1. So I think we only need 2 wins to securely make playoffs. Because it is an 8-week season. That being said, this is going to be an interesting one because it's kind of like a bit weird. Mostly because normally I get like more time to think about the team. This one less so. I kind of built it all today, which is rare. Like on the day of the match, so we'll see what happens. But their team is really good. It consists of Gouging Fire, Veneer's Therian, Primarina, Mienshao, Crocodile, Galarian Slowking, Decidueye, which can Terra, Empoleon, and Hisuian Avalok that can Terra. So, the notable thing is, their 2 Terra captains are their 2 removal options. And I think either can come to this match because of Terra. I think an offensive Decidueye, could come, but that means it's not running Defog, so maybe it doesn't. And I think a defensive like bulky Avalok could come with Terra, and I think that would be a more reliable form of removal if they want to bring it, because those are the only forms of removal on our team. So, but otherwise they've got a really good bulky Regenerator core with Taunt, T, and Glow King, as well as Mienshao in there that can also function as a third piece in that regen core, which is really good. They've got fast offense, they've got bulky offense. Prim is a Pokemon that I just notoriously feel like I always have trouble with. I don't know why. Just Prim always is a scary ass mon. Crook's just generally good, can honestly do like anything it wants. And then the big boy in the room is Gouging Fire. Gouging Fire is a terrifying Pokemon. It does a lot of work in OU and can do a lot of work generally. It can be defensive, but if you're not ready for offensive, you kind of just lose on the spot. Give this thing a boost to speed, a +1 DD, and it will outrun everything and do a ton of damage to a ton of different things. So yeah, very, very scary Pokemon, have to be ready for it. I didn't mention Empoleon, but Empoleon's a good rock setter as well. They got Crook and Empoleon for rocks, and I guess Avalok as well, but I feel like at that point it's running out of moves if it wants to run rocks, spin, recover, +1. I feel like it wants something else on there. So, I feel like if rocks come, it's probably more likely Empoleon. So, we'll see though. So the only, I had a couple things I kind of wanted to do for this one. And the general idea is, I think I have good tools, it's just whether I can position them. But then I've also got some decent pivots here and there, as well as decent offense. Just a general good stuff all around team, nothing crazy here. So we're going to be starting things off with Baxcalibur. A really bulky Baxcalibur, to be fair. We're even only outspeeding Mienshao after 1 Dragon Dance. And then I think it's enough attack that if it's a fast offensive Primarina to try and catch some of my bulkier Pokemon, then Earthquake is a 2-hit KO on it, which is nice. But otherwise, the rest is in HP and Special Defense. This can let us take a non-boosted Moonblast from Primarina, which is nice. And we've got the Haban Berry, so if the Gouging Fire wants to revenge us, if we do end up getting a Dragon Dance off, then it's not going to be able to do so because we've got the Haban Berry, which is really, really nice. Otherwise, we've got Icicle Crash and Glaive Rush, alongside the aforementioned EQ and DD. It can just be a pivot here and just do good damage because that's what Bax does. But also it has the potential to Dragon Dance and win the game if we need it to as well. So Again, this is one of the Pokemon that if we can position it, it's great. Otherwise, it can just break. There's not a lot that they have defensively that they can bring in and just comfortably take hits. If Bax is able to get him for free. So, we're going to see if we can use that to our advantage. Next up, we've got Blastoise. This is a strange set, as my Blastoises always kind of tend to be, because they always seem to need to be able to take on something. And I almost took Blastoise off my team, but this is also an extra resistance for Primarina as well, if needs be. Because otherwise, Water Fairy is just really good, generally, so I just need something to resist at least some of it. Surf, Rapid Spin, Flip Turn, and Mud Shot is the moveset. We're going mostly physically defensive. This is to help take on Gouging Fire, but also Crocodile as well. It takes on both of those quite nicely. With a little bit of special attack to see if we can maybe get like a 4-hit KO with Mud Shot, which sounds crazy, and why Mud Shot anyway? Well, it's to slow down the Gouging Fire that some of our faster Pokemon can be take it out if it wants to start Dragon Dancing. Kind of forces it to kill us, so that we can revenge it afterwards. It's kind of the idea. Otherwise, yeah, just does decent damage. I also wanted to make sure I had some bulky special attackers for Avalok, just in case. I don't know what type it's going to be in terms of Terror, but I've got 3 kind of bulky special attackers that can at least sit in on it for a bit and do some good damage to it. So we'll see what happens with that. We've got Spin on here, because they do have, like, option to set up hazards. Like, they've got Glow King, they've got, which I believe does get T-Spikes, and they've got a couple Rockers, and if, like, we're both being forced to pivot out a lot, I want to make sure that I've got a way to remove those hazards. So, bit of random speed in case they just want to go for a no-speed Blastoise. Next up, Spadef Goldengo. Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot, Recover. Just, I can't lie, I love it. It's good. This is our Prim check. It's pretty much the best thing that we've got for Prim. +2 Make It Rain will OHKO a max HP Prim, which is grand. Shadow Ball actually hits their team pretty well. The Dark type switch-in is Crocodile, and if that gets caught with Make It Rain, it's no longer a switch-in. So, yeah, otherwise it's just going to be some special defensive Pokemon like Empoleon or Primarina. But Primarina's not going to appreciate it. So, yeah, the only downside is really that, Decidueye is pretty good into it, especially if it's fast. We've got a little bit of defense here to help take a Crocodile Earthquake. I believe we can take a knockoff. Earthquake is a roll. I think it's literally that close. And then just a little bit of special attack to give it that boost for the +2 Make It Rain to take things out. If we can if we've got an opportunity to go for a Nasty Plot, we will. Otherwise, just coming in, either clicking Shadow Ball or Recover or even Make It Rain, and then pivoting out is quite nice. Just making sure Goldengo is nice and tanky. Next up, bulky offense, Glimmora. This is not a dedicated lead. In fact, for once, we don't have a dedicated lead. Glim is obviously a great lead, but I don't want to just lead Glimmora and let it die this time. Its offensive potential here is actually quite nice. So, more random speed creeping, max special attack, because I believe Sludge Wave... It was Sludge Wave, like, OHKO's... Like, has an extremely high chance to OHKO something. So, I can't remember what, though. But we've got Sludge Wave, we've got Earth Power, and we've got Dazzling Gleam. No Rock Stab to hit Torn with, but even still. We've got the rocks on here, along with Toxic Debris, as well as Air Balloon, because, you know, if I'm not, having this as a lead, just having a pivot that is immune to ground is nice. So, it's not bad. If we do want to lead it, and they do call it and lead Crook, you know, we're not out of the woods immediately. We can do, 70% with Dazzling Gleam, which is great. So, yeah, can't really complain with that. Otherwise, we're decently bulky, and this is something else I'm hoping I can use against the Avalugg, because I can come in, not be afraid to take a ground type move, and then whatever terror it is, I can, you know, deal with it that way. So, see if we can get up rocks, see if we can get them to stick. If we can, cool. If not, oh well. And I wouldn't expect T-Spikes to be staying up for the majority of the game, unless for some reason they give me Glow King. So, but I'm expecting kind of a boot spam anyway. Like, I'm expecting, like, Torn boots, Mian Shao boots, Glow King boots, even, like, Crook boots. Like, I'm expecting a good amount of boots here. Avalugg will probably be running boots to get in for free. I can see a good amount of boot spam here, so I don't want to focus too heavily on the hazards. Next up, Meowscarada. So Meowscarada actually outspeeds their entire team. And I think there's going to be some Rocky Helmet somewhere. I don't know where, so I'm just going Protective Pads. Because Protective Pads means that we can safely triple axle into things like Torn that might be Rocky Helmet. And do really good, and be able to take them out. Like, we can take out max HP Torn with triple axle, because we are going Protean here for that extra damage buff. Otherwise, Flower Trick, Knockoff, and U-Turn, very standard moveset. This is probably more likely our lead, to be honest, because I want to force pressure on them, so I can see that this being a more likely lead. As I say, it outspeeds everything, so, and just being able to chip things down, like getting a knockoff on most things is going to be really nice. So, yeah, just generally a great Pokemon to have. I had to have at least this or Thundurus, and Meowscarada outspeeding everything is amazing. And last but not least, Sandaconda, another potential win condition, to be quite honest, and was actually the first Pokemon I started with. We're going Mono Ground here, which means if we want this to do anything, Torn needs to be dead. However, God, do I really want that? I think no, I can't risk it. I'll go Stone Edge. I've got to hit Torn. I've got the coil to increase the accuracy anyway, so... but yeah, like, Spadef Sandaconda with coil setup, being able to Terra Fairy, they don't really have a great way to break us once we're Terra Fairy. Their only really good way is Glow King, and, you know, we start Earthquaking on that. We've got the Shed Skin, which is a 1 in 3 to get rid of status, so even if they poison us with Sludge Bomb, we've got a chance to get rid of it, plus we've got Rest. So, I think this with a couple coils in late game scenarios where, like, a good amount of their special attackers are removed or just, like, quite weakened, this I think can really win the game. It can use its defensive capabilities like early game if needs be, but I think late game being able to set up coils can really ruin their day. And yeah, Stone Edge is probably better. Like, Ground Rock does enough to their team, so I would say the main Pokemon I probably want to kill now is probably Prim, because that's going to be their strongest special attacker most likely. So if I can get like a coil up with this and start getting this thing going, it's going to be really, really good. So yeah, that's the team. Nothing too crazy. I kind of want to mix it up next week, but I want to think about things a bit more. So I just haven't had a lot of time to think about this one. So but yeah, that's going to be the team. We're playing in a little bit, so I'll see you guys for the match. Alright, let's do this. Teams imported into the calc and all that good stuff. No Torn! I'm a little surprised at no Torn, but I suppose it makes some sense. And they do bring Avalugg as the spinner, which I'm kind of glad that it's Avalugg and not Decidueye, because I was a bit worried about Decidueye. I think I'm just gonna lead me out. Lead Avalugg. Well, it's good to see you. Let's U-turn on out. It is Terra fighting. A strong crit. What's it called? Avalugg. That is looking probably more specially defensive. Yeah. At least for this initial one, I kind of want to go to, like, someone who's a bit safer. Like Blastoise. I don't know if it's going for an ice move or not. Going for Crunch. So how much would Blastoise do here if it's specially defensive? Like, probably like 30%. And how much would Dengo do? So I'm just wondering if I can, like, turn into Make It Rain. I think I'm going to flip turn out and see if I can get into Poplar. Because I don't think they go for an ice move this turn. Yeah, they go for Body Press. So we take the hit decently. Now we can go for a Terra Fairy Coil. And kind of force something to happen here so it doesn't just stay in. Like, me clicking EQ doesn't do anything. And now I can go for an EQ, because now I'm threatening them. Yeah. We catch Empoleon on the switch. Do immense damage. And unless they're a fast Empoleon, they're not outspeeding and killing us. So that's an Empoleon dead. That's probably their Rocker dead. If they didn't lead Croak. Well, I guess they may just want to get Avalugg activated, like Terrad. Similar to what I did with Poplar here. It is Intimidate, okay. Good to know. So how much would an EQ do? Sandaconda versus Croak. A +1 defense? I could have Gunk Shot. But it have to be like Banded Gunk Shot, I think, to get us. So I'm gonna go for a rest. I'm just gonna try and burn a sleep turn here. I say Shitskin. Shitskin for my bombs. That's not quite max attack, actually. Oh, that's such a bad poison. I don't think I take it now. I'm gonna have to try and get a rest off later. Alright, and I am gonna flip turn. Don't want momentum. Like, worst case is they stay in, hit me with like an EQ. I find out they're not choiced. They're not choiced. Good to know. And then Meow can come in and get a free flower trick off. Yeah, they're gonna have a look. So if I'm +2, I think I KO. I'll try and go Goldengo now. Yeah. And they know nothing about this Dango. Like, if I'm Specs, like, they're boned. I just don't want them just going to Crook. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hit them with a Make It Rain. I think this might kill, unless they're bulky. That seems bulky. That seems like it could even be a Salt Vest. Ooh, I would say that is a Salt Vest. I'm glad I know that now. That's max HP Assault Vest, and it's got a lot of attack investment. They didn't bring a thingy, actually. I can get Toxic Debris up. And then this Avalog's going to be in trouble. Unless it's Boots. I'm really tempted to actually go Meow here. And then just click U-turn. Yeah, there's no way you go for a move that hits Meow here. Alright, I guess I was wrong. You went for... Alright, well... That sucks. I could have... Well, I was planning on probably gloating Glim, but here we are. I'll go Glim now. I don't know who's going to be faster here. Like, I'm running a little bit of speed, but not a lot. Like, I outspeed a no-speed Crook, but they might have a little bit in. And if I get outsped and then don't get my rocks up, I'm in a kind of a bit of trouble. I think Sludge... it might not kill. Sludge Wave I don't think will kill. Earth Power should get the kill against max HP AV. But what am I doing that for? They are faster, I'm really glad I went for this. Mienshao comes in, it's not Boots. Do I just let this go? I think so. I try and get rocks. We get them up. I ain't gonna complain. I'm happy with getting rocks up. And this thing's already pretty chipped now. They just do go for CC. Yeah, we take a ton. But I should be able to stay at this kind of percent. They die when they come back in. If I can get Poplar healed, it's insane. They can't spin on me. I'm just gonna plot. And then make it rain. Ugh. No, this doesn't work. I need Poplar to come in for free. Does +2 Shadow Ball kill it? Because I don't want to kill it. Versus... have a look. It shouldn't kill it. I actually don't want to kill it. Good. Because a rest here keeps us in this game. That's fine. Poplar, it's up to you. I kind of need you to wake up, though. I don't know how much this is gonna do, but I'm hoping I'm faster. Oh, it's CM. Oh, boy. And it is faster. Yeah, no, it's over. Unless for some reason... I mean, I'm hoping this kills, yeah. Go to Gouging Fire. If you go Gouging Fire, I actually think I can still win. If they go Mian Shao, you go Owl. Body press might just kill us, honestly. With Terra Fighting, it won't. But if I Glaive Rush, then I'll die. So I have to DD and hope for a crit. That's my out. A DD and I hope for a crit. Nah, that's not enough. Oh, that play where they gunk shotted. I don't know why they gunk shotted there. That was such a random play. Oh, that one play won the game. I just don't understand that gunk shot. Like, I get making reads, but like... I had a Blastoise that could come in. Like, I don't know. Well, we're 3-2 now, but it is what it is. We'll figure something out. I think I need to adapt my style a bit more. I think I also got a bit unlucky on shed skins, but here we are. I swear, like, I tried to speed creep them and they just speed creep me even more. Which didn't help either, so. It is what it is. We'll bounce back next week, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.